Hello, everyone. This is George, real estate agent, author, and speaker with my lovely friend again.
Hi everyone, I'm Elle, real estate agent and relationship coach.
Today's episode is going to be understand your triggers. Why do you get heated when something happens? Now, what exactly triggers somebody to get upset? What exactly is that? What does that mean, really?
It means some incident happens and then you get upset, you get angry, you disconnect, you like to be alone. I mean, there's so many different setbacks that comes with that when you get triggered. So, for example, if somebody doesn't answer your call or doesn't call you back right away, and then you get upset and you kind of think twice about it, and keep asking yourself why that person is not calling me back, without understanding that they might be busy, they have some stuff to do. I mean, but then why is that behavior of the other person triggers you?
And I guess why do they have what's the word I'm looking for here? Why do they have to question, why do they have trust issues, I guess is the word I'm looking for. So it's about trust. So something must have happened that this individual no longer trusts somebody not being reachable or responsible to when they're calling.
Responsive.
But what exactly why would they go back to that typically?
It's somewhat about self-reflection. If somebody doesn't call you back in a timely manner, um, but if they call you back, I don't know, a day later or 2 days later, and they tell you, oh, you know what, I'm so sorry, I had some incident at work or at home or something happened that I couldn't call you back, but I'm here now, so let's just continue our conversation. Let's get together, whatever they're supposed to do. But if that negative part of you comes out when that person doesn't respond right away, then I invite you to look back in the past relationships or even past in your family, origin family. What happened where you not kind of didn't feel that you were seen or heard in that situation, in your family, and that's why now you feel the same way if somebody doesn't call you back or doesn't respond to you right away.
If somebody doesn't call me back within 24 hours, unless they're dead or in the hospital, I better get a call back or a text back. I would rather get, but then again, I would communicate this to the people. It's like, look, if I reach out to you, it's because obviously I have something to say, I have something to ask, or I'm concerned or worried. But if you don't call me back, now I'm assuming worst case scenarios here. One, something happened to you, which is not a good thing to feel somebody is concerned that somebody's obviously in an accident or something. Or another thing, that the conversation, the relationship is over, that you're being ghosted. That's what I get sometimes. So, but I communicate that at the very beginning, so people have the expectations that, what, if George called me, or if George reached out to me or texted me, let me at least let him know, what, let me call you back, and within a timely manner, call me back. But for me, but I communicate that, so it's not like a trigger point. It's more, for me, it's like more of a concern. Now I'm concerned for their safety and their well-being. But I can see how people would be triggered if somebody doesn't get a call back. But do you think that would happen more because people may not communicate? Like, can you please at least let me know that you're okay and stuff like that?
It's a different situation if you're just very brand new dating and you only have seen that person maybe once or twice and they don't call you back, and if they, as you said, ghost you, then it has nothing to do with you.
No,
It
absolutely
has
not.
something
Yeah.
to do with them
Yes.
and where they are and how they're operating in their own life. if you understand that part, then that it's not about you, then you can step away and go to the next interaction.
Yeah.
But a lot of people get stuck in that space because of those wounds that they had in the past. Why didn't he call me? Why didn't she call me? And they actually go forward toward that person again and again and again. And that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So that's one of the, I understand what your triggers are. That means that, okay, so if in the past my partner, in my family, something has happened and they did not kind of take care of my need when I was a young child, or when I was in that interaction in that relationship, is that why I feel kind of neglected? I feel that this person doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Or is it then a kind of, I work with my clients and we go deep and to see why was that the behavior of the other person triggered them.
You know, for the most part, for me, not many things trigger me. Most of the things that happen to me, I come more of being concerned from the other individual. The only things that would trigger me is like, if you really attack me, whether it be verbally or physical, that where I would get triggered. But other than that, I don't have those triggers that I also hear a lot of people having. But I think it has a lot to do with it that I don't really have like a lot of things, like you said, in my past that would take me to get to that space. But I do know people that they do get to that space and they start questioning the trust of the other person. They start doubting themselves. So that really triggers them. And it's almost like they turn into this, what is it, Dr. Hyde and Mr. Jekyll, whatever Mr. Jekyll, Dr. Hyde. And they get really, really ugly, you know, and I see that.
Yeah, you know? So I invite you to really sit down and think about it and go deep in the past and see what incident that has happened in the past that will trigger this kind of, when you see this kind of behavior from the other person. That
we're still carrying forward into the next relationships.
Yes.
Yeah. So heal before you date. Find your triggers, find these things, and don't get into a relationship when you're not ready, because this is exactly what happens. You get triggered through miscommunication sometimes, because that's exactly what it is. Yeah. It's miscommunication.
And we all do. It's not that somebody is perfect and it's only you or me or him. But we all do get triggered at different spaces or places or interactions. The key is to understand how you can kind of sit down and talk to yourself or talk to a friend or a coach to figure this out. And then I have ways that I can help you kind of maneuver over these incidents to get to a space that you will feel comfortable in 10 minutes after that.
You know, every time we do a video, I get so many nuggets from just having these videos and these communications that we're having. And it makes me realize like these certain things that I may have kept hidden, and all of a sudden they come up. But it also makes me realize too that I'm not as bad as I thought I was having these conversations, because sometimes it's not even our internal struggles. Sometimes it's the internal struggles of the other individual, but it's just not, you're not matching with them. You know, and that's obviously more of a different conversation, of course, but
yeah, the energies are different.
Yes.
And usually when that's some incident from the past, you bring the same interaction again and again and again, and it's for you to understand. You bring it to yourself, basically.
So basically, if you have problems with everybody's not the problem. It's like the problem is internal.
No. There is ways to help you understand it and be kind to yourself. and be kind to the other person, and just kind of, if it doesn't work out between the two, have
just
a
part
nice,
just part ways.
just
Part ways.
And if it does, then as soon as you do that and you understand and I say, okay, this person is not for me, and you do it 2 or 3 times, or I don't know, maybe 4 times, and then the 5th time you will be surprised. You bring people to your life that you're very kind of energy-wise kind of the same.
More compatible to each other. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. So I hope you guys got some good nuggets from this conversation, this video, and we'll see you guys in the next video. See you soon.
Have a great day.